So my name is Takako Ohyama, and I own a company called Fog, which is a consulting services company for circular economy. But we are focusing on more for communal development and communication for integrating into circular economy rather than just doing the circular economy consulting itself. And as a part of our company's project, and like last year, it was like a rough year for all of us. And I noticed it's important to have a shared communal place to feel what it is like for the future life without damaging environment. And that is élab philosophy and the concept came from. And that's what I'm gonna explain about it for today. So, and this slide is prepared by Keiko, and thank you, Keiko, for preparing for everything. So, first question, I guess, like I'm gonna ask is, what is circular economy? Do you know? I don't know how many people know the term of circular economy. Could you give?
Explain.
So the circular economy is a concept of an economic system that can tackle global challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss, waste, and pollution. And more, that's in my perspective, it's more for Western standard circular economy perspective. But I feel like in Japan, since we have 17% of forest in the nation, and we can see other approach. So that is like what I'm gonna try to explain and like trying to behave at the level. Next slide お願いします。So élab is it's we call it first circular laboratory in Tokyo, and this place is this is a place in Torigoe in Taitoku. And the space is focusing on food and consumption and design. And élab means roughly translated to choose, and also laboratory altogether. And it's a space dedicated to bringing together professionals across sectors and consumers who want to realize a sustainable oriented and circular economy on our daily life. And next. So how we can think about or put circular economy into our life is like to think about how we can reduce waste or how we can get the daily food from local farms or urban gardens, like the left down. It's a rooftop garden we are preparing right now. We seeded rice farms inside of the container, and it's growing, and we are hoping to have it soon. And also the kitchen that we can share. What is this? We can share the food, such as vegan food, and we are thinking about having meat as well, but it's from produced beef from milk cow. So that is like right now currently get wasted. So I'm more like vegan person, but like we are using the beef for purpose for people to realize what is food waste currently and what has been wasted from the lively animals. And next page. And where did I choose to build a lab? Is, like I explained, it is located in between Kuramaen and Asakusabashi area called Torigoe. There is a little shrine, traditional shrine, right next to the place called Torigoe Shrine. And there's a lot of coffee shops in this area. And we are already talking with this one coffee shop and to do a communal compost to gather leaves of the coffee and make a compost, or like asking local people to bring their like garbage and make it a compost. And we, on the rooftop garden, we have. And élab layout is this, as I explained, we have food restaurant and material laboratory and the rooftop garden. And that is the three part of it, like restaurant serves food for relatively low CO2 emission, which are directly linked to climate change. And the food stand offering native Japanese herbal tea as well. Also the market selling everyday produce by weight, so zero waste market. But like we are planning to use all the ingredients coming from the same ingredient we use it at the restaurant. So like we're not gonna have a food waste out from the zero waste market, but like we're gonna use it in the restaurant as well. And material laboratory is where visitors can not only buy products, but also like experience circular manufacturing. And we at élab, we said like we gonna achieve the goal of like Japanese circular model. And when I talk about Japanese circular model, it's we gonna more focusing on traditional materials such as bamboos and stones and leaves, and that's gonna be, I guess, like page 18. Can you move on to page 18, Keiko? Next one. Yeah, that's what I think about, like what is this like for the circularity in Japanese style circularity. And we want to focus on this circularity, like two kind of circularity. And first one is local circularity to reduce CO2 from, thank you, Mariko, I draw this. So local materials are from, since this area there's a lot of small factories and like craftsmen in this area, we gonna find all the local material from that factory and craftsmen. And also like a lot of the title word, that's where élab at. They have an accelerator program for designers. So we ask designers to come join to the laboratory to think what is the local circular product they can make, and ask them to bring the material to their factory and make it and bring back to this place, and we're gonna sell it. That's a local material circularity that we are thinking about. And the other circularity is nature material that I explained. A lot of Japanese traditional products produced are made out from natural resources such as wood, bamboo, soil. and sometimes like moss and leaves and stone and so on. And that is like we have to rethink about our traditions. But like right now, if we talk about circular economy, we only talk about like what is it, like renewable, like plastic or like material to produce in like factory or so on. But we have to, if we think about like what we can achieve circular economy in Japan, we need to think about those natural materials and reuse it. So we're gonna exhibit those natural materials and the products that use natural materials and let people think what we need to move for circular, so to create circular economy in Japan. And also like another important part for the laboratory is to archive all the knowledge. So we're gonna sell used book as well. It's coming from Value Books in Nagano. They are one of the biggest seller in Amazon, but they also distribute to the small stores like élab. So we're gonna get the book like related to circularity and nature in Japan and sell it. And also for the archiveness is by doing a workshop or get the knowledge from designers and like we go to the factory in locals and know how these products are made out from, and we're gonna archive everything so that like we know what it is like to produce like circular product in Japan. And next is we have some level partners. It is important for circular economy terms to think about how we can expand, not only by myself or not only by élab, but other people. And we think it's important to have a partner with, and then several people in the photo is on the top is Ome Farm. They are an organic farm in Ome, Tokyo area. So it's about 30 kilometers from élab site, but we can get the local and fresh organic vegetable from there so that we can have a low CO2 cost to get the ingredients for restaurant. And other people are those people who are traveling around Japan and like seek for the couple down the photo is like they are traveling around Japan and seek for what is this circular life, circular like traveling life, and they're gonna do a pop-up once in a while they are in Tokyo with their experience. And on the right bottom, they are a maker unit called Sakura Sanchome. They are located in Shibuya, but they are so good at making a new like fabric product out of used materials. And one product that I was surprised and so in love is like reusable envelope. They use out from camp tent from Coleman, and they have you can hold it and like send it to anywhere, and like people can reuse it to back and forth. But like we're gonna collaborate with those people and like to achieve the goal of what is like normal, like regular life with circular economy sphere. and other people as well. Who do you want to join this community? Yes, everyone are welcome. I want this place to be for people, all of the people who are interested in and share and learn about life with circular economy. And it's important to share and think what we can do and decide and behave all together. So all of to everyone can join, and especially for people who join today, you guys are more than welcome to join. I'm planning to have a once a month town hall meeting kind of stuff, so that people can share the experience and speak out about what is the hardest part to live with zero waste and circular life, or what is the best moment of the month. So everyone are welcome to join, and it's important for people to learn together and move on, rather than stay by yourself and think about what you can do, but or desperate about the future. So be a part of the community. And the last part is we are doing a crowdfunding right now. And it's really important for you to participate for this crowdfunding, because in order to achieve the goal, we still need some money funded. And right now we have 6 days left, and 74% achieved, but we still have 25% to go. And since I put too much money on the goal, and I was freaked out right now a little bit, but I'm happy for this past 3 days people started to support a lot more. So please, if you are interested in this place and be a part of the community, please fund at the crowdfunding site. I'm gonna put link later so that people know. And thank you for the cute Shiba Inu.
Sorry. Thank you. Maybe, Robin, we can go back to the previous slide. Apologies, I forgot to put in a little Q&A spot. But if people would like to ask their questions in the chat, and then we can kind of learn a bit more about what this community looks like at this stage. I had a little bit of a video on where I think the kitchen is being built at the moment, right, Takako?
Yeah, right. I forgot to mention about that slide.
That's okay. Yeah, if people want to see more about the progress, you can always follow Takako on her Instagram, as well as the élab space. Maybe Takako, I might kick off the questions and just ask, when it comes to, when you were approaching the companies, the manufacturing companies in the neighborhood, how did you, were people receptive to working with you on creating this space? I think for a lot of people, it's still fairly new. And I think, yeah, I'm curious to hear how businesses responded to you when you approached them.
So I talk with producers and manufacturers in this area by just knocking the door, and they're more than interested in participating in this project, because they are there's tons of leather manufacture in this area. And well, in terms of leather, I'm not positive about how they made, and I'm not fan of it, but in the reality we have a lot of leather produced in market in general, but and they know that situation, and then they wanted what they it's hard for them to like just stop the producing leather product because that's where their money, like income coming from. But at least like they want to reuse the left leathers out from the product that they made, and like they also like, they are trying to solve the issue, but they don't know how. So normally they just sell the lefties in front of the manufacturers, and that's it. When I reached to them, they were like, if I know what we can, like, if I know how to solve that problem, they are more than happy to share and like collaborate with me.
Thank you, Takako. We have a question from Samantha. Samantha, if you'd like to unmute and ask, and if you want to show yourself on the video as well, please go ahead with your question.
Hi, Takako.
Hi.
Hey guys, thank you for your super interesting presentation. I just wanted to kind of get a better understanding of this space, this élab space. So like you talked about the restaurant and the rooftop garden, and I just kind of wanted to like know how you envision what the lab would look like or élab would look like on a daily basis. What's your vision for this, like in terms of activities, or what kind of people or companies are coming to do? Yeah, and how the local community is going to get involved, how local businesses will get involved.
Okay, thank you, Samantha, for the question. So we are aiming for 2 layers of customers, and first one is local people or like consumers part, and the other layer is business layer. And consumer layer, like local people, we are trying to get a lot of people coming into the restaurant and the little corner shop and bulk shop to experience what it's like for zero waste and like circular food experience. But for the laboratory side, we are thinking about having workshops such as making kokedama, moss balls. I don't know how all of you know, but like kokedama workshop using like using moss and greens. Kokedama. Also asking designer to textile designer to join a workshop, and she is thinking about making mobile for babies, but like using the material from like garbage and like other materials that get otherwise wasted. So like those small things for consumers to realize like what is it like to be in what we can be creative with like waste and like nature product. That's for the consumer side. And the business layer, thinking about having more for like workshop in terms of what they can localize the in circular economy concept in their company, but like doing that workshop inside of the laboratory, seeing materials and experience, they can be more committed to the what they want to do for the future.
Thanks, Takako. We have another question from Camille. Camille, if you'd like to unmute and ask your question.
Hi. Yes, my question is, will you be tracing where the Japanese traditional materials come from? Because, you know, you can still, it's nice, like you can use wood to build something and put stone on the floor, but if you want to like highlight those Japanese traditional and natural materials, I feel like you have to like they have to be from Japan and as local as possible. So will they be local, or would you import them from somewhere, like for example China?
Yeah. A lot. I know like a lot of bamboo product coming from normally from China, but we're gonna trace where it is like produced and coming from, and how do I make it possible is like I gonna collaborate with Unagi no Nedoko. They are a company that selling local product in Kyushu area.
Okay.
And they know all what they started from the traditional product in Kyushu area, but they expanded to all over Japan, and they know all the local producers, and place it and like sell it to the inside of their store. But they are more focused in Unagi no Nedoko. They are focusing on just traditional product, but like we gonna re-understand the concept of traditional product into circular economy. So in that, like we're gonna make it possible for trace product coming from.
Because it's a label, it's a label, sorry. So it's really, it has a huge educational side of it. So I think people like should be aware that you can actually build those kind of amazing places using only what Japan has to offer.
Yeah, I think so. One product that I was trying to one day I was trying to find what is like the best glass that I can use at the restaurant, and I found out about Ryukyu glass. That's a traditional glass materials in Okinawa. And I found out about this product made after World War II, when American government occupied Okinawa. They have like less material available in the area, and they use cork bins and like whiskey bin as a material, and they produce cups and like glassware, and the tradition continues up until today. And those are so beautiful. Like here, I'm gonna try to they have like a color of like you can clearly tell, oh, this is coming from like cork bean or like whiskey bin. And like those fun, like when I'm trying to find what we can use and sell inside of élab, it's a journey to find out, to trace about traditional material in Japan. So, and I want to explain that for people who join this community as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Camille, for your question. We have another one from KO. You sound like my cousin. Yeah.
It's me, Kay. Hold on just a second. Yeah, just wanted to. Yeah, thanks a lot for the inspiring presentation. If you produce something with your local business partners, I think in the Taitoku area, right? How would you sell the products after all? Like, would you prefer to stick with their existing retail networks, or would you prefer to develop more?
Depends. It's a beta part, I assume, because like it's more like ideally we wanna just sell it inside of élab, so that like the supply chain is like shorter.
Definitely.
But it's like I'm fighting with like how we can like sell it like to like, each amount, and so well, I don't have any answer yet, but like ideally, like I don't want to sell it to like or like have a longer journey to sell it to other areas. Like it's important to show that local circularity is possible.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Michelle, you have a question on finances. If you'd like to unmute and ask your question.
Yes, Takako. Do you have a sustainable financial plan for your élab in writing that's available on the site?
Oh, we don't have a financial plan in the slide right now. But
so how long for the raising of the 3 million? How long will you last? Is this for 2 years, or how long will you last with the 3 million you're raising? I suppose that a big portion is going to rent.
Yeah, well, I rented this place already, so like we don't have to pay for that. But like for this funding, it's like a small part of like entire fund, and I'm still waiting for get the response from subsidy from government, and hopefully like they are gonna fund some money from that. Also like asking bank, like I need to get some fund from bank as well. But like we are starting from a small scale, so like little by little, like we are developing this place, like nature.
So this is like seed money and then kind of raising capital, and then the rest you will raise capital with the bank, like a loan later on.
Yeah.
To get you going. So,
if you know anyone who can support this place as a financially, please let me know.
And the crowdfunding community, are they going to be involved? Are you going to invite them regularly, or they're going to be like newsletters or events?
I'm thinking about having communal SNS site for people who are interested to join, and there it's like virtual space for people can talk and or discuss and think about what we can achieve, the goal of circular life.
Okay.
And that's gonna be like subscription, like communal site.
So you need
like,
another. So from what I see, what you have raised, you need another 65 investors, but on the average, you get about 12,000.
Yeah, right.
So every day you need 10 investors, or you need a few big investors.
If I can get the big investors, it would be nice, but I don't have any access for it. I'm not good at it, so that's what I have to think about it. But like now we are starting from like small scale.
Did you speak to your suppliers or your partners also to support you? Are they aware? You know, all your supplies you're going to work, and the different partners, are they also? Will they also put some money in the crowdfunding, or are they aware that you're raising? Because they could be a very good partners.
Yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of my partners and suppliers, they are funding at the crowdfunding.
Yeah, I think, Michelle, that's actually a good question to point to. How do we help sustainable initiatives become financially sustainable after crowdfunding? We do have a Facebook group, and we have a little form that we'd like to ask feedback from. So if anybody would be interested in either facilitating something around that or supporting Takako directly on how to do that, Mariko and Robin have run a super successful campaign with Maimizu. So there's definitely space to talk more to that. I'm just conscious of the little clip, time ticking away there. Thank you, Michelle. We'll have one more question from Zen. And then if it's okay, we'll wrap up. Camille, I'll connect you to Takako to make sure we can follow up with your question as well. So Zen, if you'd like to finish us off with the last question.
Right, thank you. Thanks, Takako. Well, before my question, I do want to ask, like, when do you plan to open this space, or what's the kind of like the opening stage?
Mhm. So we're gonna open that in October.
Okay.
Mhm.
So a few more months to go.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm super excited for whatever that you have come up with. I think it's a super interesting idea. And yeah, so my question will be, because you talked about how like you want to invite or partner with artists or people to conduct like workshops and share like traditional Japanese art and stuff. But yeah, so I was wondering if you will also open up more opportunities for say eco creators to do like pop-ups or conduct their own workshops that might not specifically be under like traditional Japanese craft, but still being like a sustainable or circular economy, because like local work or just like local art is some form, it's a form of circular economy. So yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Sen. And yes, of course, like we are open for like any creators to gather. And I mentioned about Japanese craft product, but also like we are open for other products and like new circular materials as well. But it's important for all the like materials and products to be in the same table, and like so that people can rethink and compare and feel like by touching and like I don't know, smelling each material and decide which one they want to use for the future. So that's we are like more than open, but like it's important to like trace up, to have a material and like also like what we create as in a traceability terms, but that's all about it. So if you know any like creators, please let me know.
Thank you. Yeah, I am an eco creator myself, so I hope that we do have an opportunity to work together in the future or the near future.
Bye, everyone.
See you facing a level.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
よかった。